We're going to talk about some paintball stuff. Paintball evening time. How's it going, everybody? One of these days I'm going to like implode to start these live streams. That just gave me an idea. Maybe we'll work on that. We'll work on some VFX stuff, so when I hit this live button, I can like explode or something cool like that. Hopefully everybody's well this evening. It is hot as shit in Sacramento. It's 103 degrees outside, and this is the first day that I've tried to use my air conditioner, and it's not pumping out the coldest air. So it's 82 degrees in here. We're gonna see how long we can do this for. I got a fan hitting me. I got all the doors, all the vents closed, so all of the air is blowing in this room. Let's hope it goes well. It's 101 in Kansas City. It's probably terrible in Kansas City, too. It's probably all humid. I mean, it's hot everywhere right now. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with, like, super humidity. As Daddy Big Mad. I don't know how to... I'm just going to call you Daddy. That's kind of weird, too. Yeah, whatever. Daddy works. No, I don't like it. How about DB? DB works. How about Big Dad? Nah. Whatever. Mad? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Where's everyone at? We got a Fallbrook in here, as always. Thanks, guys. Humidity in Memphis is 97. I mean, I talk about we talk about weather all the time on here. Let's talk about weather right now. It's currently, thankfully, in Sacramento, it's only 13% humidity. So it it actually feels as hot as it is. Anyway, what the hell are we talking about? It was 107 at SC Village yesterday. Yeah, that makes sense. It was a little hotter here yesterday too. And SC Village is out in the middle of the goddamn desert. Kind of like I am here. California is generally a desert. If you don't live within like a quarter mile of the ocean, it's hot as shit. Half a mile. We'll pick it up there. Yeah, well, some brains, you know what? We're not all cool. We can't live in Berkeley. I'm going to move to Spain. I've been looking at Spain recently. I'm on this Spain kick. Eventually we'll talk about some paintball stuff. But I've been on this Spain kick recently, and Spain's just beautiful. It's kind of like everything I feel like I want in a place. Fantastic weather. It's like 80 degrees all the time. It gets to about 60 in the winter, so a little colder. It's extremely walkable. It's about half of the price of the United States. I'm really kind of interested in Spain. I've never been there. I should probably go there before I think about, like, Brad's going to move to Spain. I feel like every few years I'm like, I should move there. Check your hopper. Is there much paintball? Weirdly, yes. I think that there are more paintball fields in Spain. Maybe not more than California. I was going to say more than California. But there are a lot of paintball fields there. But the one thing I've noticed is that they're literally all rental fields. Like, you look at the pictures and everything and you're like, wow, that's a really cool woods ball field. They have like really cool concept-y fields, but there's like no like self-equipped people. It's all just, rental players. But there's paintball fields, it feels like scattered all throughout that country. But no real tournament stuff. Or no like advanced players. It doesn't seem that way anyway. I know there are, because there's obviously like, NXL Europe teams, and there's, tournament players at least in Spain. I was looking for specific tournaments, but I don't know. Grumpy Plumber says a lot of countries require gun license for paintball guns. I know there's some weird rules all over the world. But I don't know about Spain. I'm not really sure. I didn't really look into it too much. I was just looking for if there were like paintball fields close. And there certainly are. It's just kind of weird. So anyway, okay, we'll talk about actual paintball now, not like Brad's fantasy of moving to Spain. I'd love it for like a week, and I'd be like, I miss everybody. Like, I want to come home. I'm going to turn this light down. It's like really blue, isn't it? Now it's even less blue. Look at that. Okay, so this weekend, obviously a lot of stuff took place. If you were paying any attention to the paintball world or the internet, the past couple weeks, the National X-Ball League had 2 tournament conclusions this week. We got to see finally the finals from Texas, and we'll let this kind of play out. This is the overtime point. I think it's overtime, right? I hope I got the overtime one. Yep, this is definitely overtime. And the score was tied 4-4 going into overtime. And this is that Texas layout. So this is the layout that we saw about 2 months ago now in Texas, but they had to actually cancel that tournament because of rainstorms and freaking tornadoes. But this match right here, X Factor actually got up 2-0. And then Red Legion, the Russians, were able to pull it back. Pull it into overtime. They actually won with, I think there was about 15 seconds left when they scored their 4th point, and then sent it to overtime. And this, I've noticed that, I don't know, I feel like the Russians, Red Legion guys, went through like this weird lull where they were extremely, extremely good for years, right? And then I feel like the last 4-ish years, maybe halfway through last season though, so like 2018 to 2023 or something, maybe even earlier, we'll say 2016, 2015, the Russians just weren't as good as they historically been. I mean, they were known for being some of the best gunfighters, having the best gun skills, best coaches and everything, and they kind of like took a little bit of a backseat to some of these other teams, like Impact and Heat started doing so well. And now the Russians seem like they're, I wouldn't say completely back, but certainly, Ben, I just saw some about an address. We'll figure that out. I actually have you, Ben Lawton, it literally says in my notes to do a whole segment for you so I can get your address. Whatever, we'll get to that. But the Russians seem like they're like on this resurgence. It's not like they've completely revamped their roster. They even have guys that have been on the team for, nearly 20 years, like Bridnikov, Kirill. Both of those guys have been around for a long time. Sergey played with Heat for a while, but before that was with the Russians. So it's just kind of neat to see them, we'll say, kind of come back and be a dominant paintball team like they were in the past. And they completely dominated this Texas tournament I don't know what the hell I did there. They completely dominated this tournament. And then going into Atlantic City, which was only, we'll just do the AC finals. And these are just a few of the highlights from the finals in Atlantic City. So this was the tournament that wrapped up right after, just the next day, for the Pro Division. They had to reset this whole layout up. And these are going to be the finals that they're going to be putting on ESPN in early August. I think August 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. It's kind of up in the air, I think, still when they're going to have that actual airtime date dialed in. But these are going to be the finals that we're going to see on ESPN. And I think that overall, I think this layout actually worked really well. There were a few points or a few matches that were a little worrisome because we were kind of worried that, spending all this time and being able to get this opportunity, the NXL and the pro guys getting this opportunity to go back on TV and be on ESPN, we were just hoping the layout was going to be quick, right? There were a few points. I remember there being an aftermath, I think X Factor match that was 1-1. But overall, the field played really fast, and especially in these finals. I just kind of like this camera angle. Nothing really happens here. It's just a really good kind of camera angle. And, I don't know, someone got shot there. Yeah, but it didn't turn out that way. I mean, we got a lot of action. Early in the prelims, there were a lot of high-scoring games, which was good. This final match ended up being high-scoring. So I think the match, and I was okay with it. I liked watching. I really like Bridnikov. I think Bridnikov right there is one of the best players ever. I mean, literally like top 3, top 2, and then you have J-Rab behind him, and he's like, also really close up there. So having both of those snake attackers over there for Red Legion is certainly, we'll say, advantageous. I think we saw Justin play better than he ever has been. I mean, I think he's one of the better players, obviously, but kind of had this maybe not so stellar last few seasons, but has certainly come into, like, I don't know, just play really well with the Russians, which is kind of wild. You know, I kind of was curious about how this would play out, about how the Russians, having a Russian team on the webcast and stuff, or not the webcast, but having the Russians on ESPN. And we can also see all these guys have GoPros on their heads. I have a few other, like, little notes we'll talk about with ESPN. And this is why I left this camera angle in here, because this is an angle, and this is a shot that we don't see. This is a shot that's set up specifically for ESPN, and I'll show you guys the actual camera here in a second. But this shot right here on this back line, this is why the field got so big. They wanted to add, I don't know what they call these cameras. It's kind of a dolly camera. It's on like a track, so the camera can slide back and forth, and on the top they can actually like move the camera around. But that's a shot, yeah, we're not seeing in the NXL. That's why they kind of had to move those fields far back. See how that camera kind of like, you get that parallax, how they're moving and panning at the same time. It's just really cool. I really like that. I always try to do that when I'm using the gimbal ever. This is A-Rod, just literally standing out in the open. Really cool. That's like awesome. If you can do that, you're really good. Look at him just run around that snake. I think he gets one guy, but trades with somebody. See, look at the score, final score. I mean, the score is really high up there, so it's cool. Master G said, sad for Aftershock, but seeing red all weekend, I don't know. Yeah, we had a lot of, there's a lot of very good teams. I think the one thing we realized this weekend is there's probably like 5 to 6 of those top teams. Like Dynasty, Heat, Impact played extremely well. We saw Aftershock actually kind of step it up. Obviously, they're in the finals, so they did well. But they kind of like played maybe up more to their potential. I mean, we expect a lot from Aftershock. They have some of the best players in the world, so we kind of expect them to win. And when they're not doing well, or when any of these teams aren't doing well that have these crazy rosters, it's just kind of, I don't know, disappointing and maybe not as cool for paintball, you know, because I want to see these like superstar teams and players do well. And that's your tournament right there, Bridnikov winning. Yeah, I'm curious to see what these GoPro angles look like, though. It should be kind of interesting. They all have GoPros on. Every single one of those guys. Yep. But this is what that's what that camera looks like. So you can see how they actually put those like big, huge things on the sidelines. I don't really know why they added those big bollards, or I don't know what they're going to call that, but that's that camera back there. And then there's like a little dolly track on it. So there's like little like train tracks that it can run on. Someone with a super chat. Chris Williams, my God, with a $49.99, dude. Fantastic. You know, if you guys, you know, like any of these videos, you know, think about supporting the channel. Chris is freaking amazing. He's a channel member, and a super chatter. Thank you, sir. Yep, that's pretty much AC. Oh no, we got some more stuff. I can talk about Atlantic City. Why is my voice all crazy? Like a phlegmy or something like that. And I didn't, you know, normally when I do these videos, or when I do like, when there's a tournament, I kind of like to, we'll just go back to this real fast. I kind of like to be able to watch a lot of the games and then do a lot of the highlights. I didn't watch all that much this weekend, or last weekend. My freaking voice. I got my cough button, I should use it. I just didn't watch as many games this weekend. You know, I was working on videos, worked on 2 videos, I guess we'll just talk about later, but yeah, I just didn't watch as many, so I don't have like heap loads of highlights like I normally like to have. There's a handful though. There's 4 of them here. 4 very good plays that I liked, but let's try to find the actual highlight list so I can tell you what they are. NXL highlights. let's just collapse that. This is really good. Colt Roberts. Colt Roberts right here. You can see him right there, just creeping through the center. Creeping through the center.
He's thinking about it.
Gets him.
He got him.
Oh, so Colt Roberts gets his man. He gets the shot in.
Gets
on,
two.
I believe Castro. Oh, and he shoots out Grayson. Colt Roberts. This is definitely going on the list, courtesy of Peyton Smith. That's
I love that.
major.
Oh, major on Colt.
That's not so good.
Colt was about to finish the entire.
Wait. No.
Oh, that's right. It's not on Colt.
Battle
It's
Battle.
on an Aftermath player. But I still didn't quite understand. Like, I don't know where that penalty is.
This is definitely going on.
Maybe right there, because this guy
This
got
is
shot like right there or
definitely
something, and he squeezes off an extra few or something.
on the list, courtesy of Peyton Smith. That's
I don't know.
major.
Oh, major on Colt.
Oh no.
Colt
was
Roberts
about-
with a walkthrough. I like to call that. And this is a new player, Hoskinson, I should say, Hoskinson from Chicago Aftershock.
Ryan Moorhead was having a hard time surviving. Now
We're gonna
he's
see
shot
what
at
he
the
does.
tower, and they're super
Oh
soft.
yeah, this is a good one. I like this one.
And
This is just crazy timing. If we can look at
Went to the tower.
Hoskin right there on the with the red number 5, and then Tyler Harmon right there with the blue number 5. This is just really good
because Ryan
timing.
Moorhead was having a hard time surviving. Now he
More luck than anything, I think.
gets shot at that tower, and they're super soft D side.
Here comes the move
Oh,
in the
brilliant.
50-yard line. He goes right past him.
Certainly luck. I mean, look at that. He wasn't even looking at him. He gets up and he's like, Tyler's like, holy shit! But he's not ready at all.
Absolutely.
That guy's able to get his gun around.
So he's gonna stitch up Tyler Harmon. So Hosky gets the drop in and stays alive. Beautiful move. But another beautiful move here by Ryan Hosky.
Just a good move. You know, just a solid move in that Snake Center 50 area. This is another really good one. This is an O'Mara, Stephen O'Mara from the Ironman, with a really good something. Walk, crawl, something.
So more attrition is set in. Both teams starting to get chopped up here. New York on the defense. Ironman on the offense. Pat Kraft into Snake 1.
Oh, what a nasty shot.
Yeah, Pat Kraft gets the shot in on Geiger. Nice little snapshot there from Pat Kraft.
So I like that a lot. I like how he kind of like, I think he just reaches around, right? He just pulls his gun around and he has this arm still like loose. I like that.
Nice little snapshot there.
And then he also has to kind of like, he can't go back further because
from
there's
Pat
someone, I
Kraft.
think, in the snake side. So he has to kind of like hang out in the
Oh, look at
open and just
Thomas
like
Taylor getting bunkered out.
blasting the
O'Mara-
side of
O'Mara
that
pushing the
bunker.
issue right now, and he gets another one. Is he going to get a third?
Yeah, because there's that guy over in the snake, so he can't really
Pat Kraft
like
actually gets
play
chewed up by Henry Sent. So
normal.
good combo, and this is why.
Just a really good one again. I mean, there were kind of, I think, a lot of these center run-through plays. You know, I just didn't, I wasn't able to watch literally every match.
Never seen them play before. Good breakouts.
And this is just crazy. Nothing really crazy happens in this. There's just it just shows how much action we're kind of getting in the
Four.
center 50.
Good breakouts from both teams. Impact losing their back center player on the break there. Oh, Impact going to the center of the field.
So you can see Nick Laval. He's kind of laying down there in that center brick, the Hertz one, the center Hertz bunker. You can kind of see him right there.
That's the first time we've seen anybody kind of up in that area.
This is awesome. I love this so much, though.
Yeah, Jerry Carl in a good spot. Got Thomas Taylor.
See, look at Nick right there. He just peeks around because he knows that guy's there. It's so good.
Behind him.
Oh, just obliterates him. I really like
Oh,
that.
and he gets Jerry Carl because
Super
no one
good.
expects him to be in there, right?
Yeah, we have not seen this move yet, so Impact showing us something.
Just look at
Crazy,
all the guys in the
brand new.
50. I mean,
See if he'll catch
It's
Thomas
crazy.
too, or if Thomas can figure out that there's a guy behind him. There's a guy in between Thomas and Josh Taylor. If the two Taylor brothers would just look at each other,
another one-hander.
Thomas going to go around and trade out.
looks like he gets him.
Oh, and then they're going to lose another body as well, too.
Pat Kraft struggling again, going from that
I was thinking this. I was like,
corner side. Now the Impact player, I think that's Laval, going to look inside.
so Nick shoots him. He shoots that guy, and the Dorito guy shoots him right away. But what if he tried to like shoot under the bunker, right? I mean, look at the huge gap. What if he like just like put his gun on the ground and was like, and just shot under the bunker and shot the guy?
I think that's
I probably would have done that just
Laval
instinctually.
gonna look
I love
inside, get
doing
two
that.
kills on New York. Oh no, George sees him, gets
So-
that kill.
New York extreme. Oh, but they lose Josh Taylor as well, too, so they're talking about a war of attrition, man.
That was just really good. This is a play. This is kind of a not a play really, but a section of a point from the Aftershock, a Dynasty match.
5-on-2 as Hosky gets shot.
And Aftershock wins a 5-on-2 against Dynasty.
He gets shot. Yeah, this one could also go pretty
See 5-on-2 right now.
fast.
Yeah. Concede. Oh, two dynasty.
What's crazy too is Rich is like concede.
Concede. Oh, two dynasty players taking a walk. 3-on-2 advantage now for dynasty.
Penalties or just gunfight
No,
losses?
just two guys got dinked out. Ryan and whoever was back center. It looked kind of looked like Harrison, but I wouldn't think Harrison would be playing back
Well,
center.
that's got to be A-Rod then. It's
Yeah.
either A-Rod or Paris. There's the only two bodies left alive right now for Shock. But A-Rod, who was just a turret up and over the top, not feeling much pressure and making this one a little bit closer here. It's still a one-body advantage for Dynasty. But if they squander this one, if you have a 1-point lead and you have a 5-on-2 and you lose that one,
I don't understand what he does there either. I don't quite understand this. I mean, I guess he's like, they might not know he's there, and he's trying to get somebody to move to shoot them or something. Like,
if you have a 1-point lead and you have a 5-on-2,
but he just bangs on the
and you
bunker.
lose that one, that's
I don't understand that.
because that's a momentum shift right there.
LJ moved into
I don't know.
D2, and I don't know if Archie knows that he made that move. He does. All right, he's repositioning there. Oh, Chris Shear taking a walk. 2-on-2 now, Maddie, with no one on the D side of the field for Dynasty. Big opportunity here for Chicago Aftershock.
Yeah, and it's even better for Shock, the fact that they have the field spread. So Dynasty now at a deficit because the two bodies they have, this is a game of angles. You want to be outside wide, keep that outside contained, and Shock has that ability right now because they have a body in D2. They also have A-Rod in, so they got Parrish in D2, got Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod in the back corner bunker. He's going to get back into that Aztec. Looks like he wants to attack. So he's
for the seam.
Yeah,
the seam is the gap in between the zones. A-Rod can get real sneaky here.
Archie with a little tactical retreat to try to get in a little more defensive position. A-Rod eats him up. Oh, A-Rod's begging for a penalty.
See, that's crazy too. Like, I don't understand. Like, A-Rod shoots Archie.
Can get real sneaky.
It's crazy that he even knew he moved, right? Because Archie's been at that Snake 2 bunker for so long that it's wild that he even realized that he moved, right? Because he can't see him right there. They can't see each other, and he just runs back.
Get real sneaky here.
Unless that, like, someone
Archie
related, whoever he's playing with. I think it's LJ, John Parrish, over there.
Little tactical retreat to try to get in a little more
But he shoots him, like, right there.
defensible position.
And, like, I don't see how he even knew he was there.
And
Unless he just checks it off just to make
A-Rod
sure.
eats him up. Oh, A-Rod's begging for a penalty.
He should have got it. He caught Archie with the first ball. Archie came up and got him, but no penalty.
So now a
Crazy.
one-on-one between Arturo Andrade and LJ Parrish. Tense moments here. Semifinals on the line. Is it going to be Dynasty extending the lead?
I just
Or is
really
LJ
like this.
Parrish
You know,
gonna
it's
put
not
the team
often
on
you
his
see,
back
like,
again and tie
you
it
know,
up by
comebacks
shooting
like this
Arturo
from
Andrade about to find out.
being down
Arturo's
so
in a
many
terrible
bodies. I
gunfight
mean, you
bunker.
win a
That bunker's so big,
2-on-5
it
is
cuts off so much of
crazy.
your vision. It gets really
And then
easy
you
for
win
the
a
other guy to lose
2-on-5
you.
against
And he's
Dynasty.
not
It's
tall
even
enough to play over
crazier.
that wedge efficiently unless he wants to do a jump shot.
Okay, he's plenty tall. That's heightism, okay, buddy? He's plenty tall. He's doing the best he can.
I mean, I love Arturo, and he can kind of play over the top.
I'd love to play this. This is like the
He's
best
trying right
bunker
there.
for me to
Yep,
play in
There's
a
that jump shot
one-on-one.
we were talking about.
So
Parrish is going to go to a
perfectly
wedge
fine.
too.
Yeah, I was
See
gonna say,
over the whole
LJ's going
thing.
just back and forth between 3 or 4 bunkers because Arturo keeps losing because of that big bunker. Oh, LJ with a great move inside.
Yeah, LJ trying to catch him
That's super
inside, and
good.
maybe he did.
5-on-2,
and he
baby.
did. So LJ
Winning a
Parrish,
5-on-2.
the hero in this
Big.
point to tie it up
Thankfully,
right now.
man,
for
I mean, that
Chicago
was
Aftershock.
probably, I don't really know the score of that match, but I assume it was probably a big match, mainly because, you know, Aftershock ended up going into the finals. The Dynasty lost. It was definitely a big match. This was the goddamn semifinals. That's right. Probably the craziest thing that happened at the tournament, though, was something that I saw live. And, oh my God. It was so crazy. I saw live, I was watching the... I'm trying to do like 8 things at a time. I was watching this live, and man, look at this. This is just mind-blowing. I really should have... I didn't want to like steal this photo. Like, that's crazy, guys. Also, you can pause. I didn't know if you could pause Instagram. This is just psycho, dude.
Time finished. Game stopped.
I mean, like, what the fuck, dude? Crazy.
Game time finished.
Look at that. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to try to take we're gonna take like a little bit of a screenshot.
Game
My
stop.
God, dude. I can tell you for sure that I have never bent my back over like that. It was wild. Where I was watching it live on the webcast, and they had like a back angle just looking straight, at the buzzer, and all you see is this kid go just straight over the gate, and it didn't look that crazy. It just looked like a normal, I'm gonna run, hit the buzzer really fast. But that was kind of crazy. Why can I not new Finder window? There we go. See, look at that, dude. That's crazy. So that's called a scorpion. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody scorpion that bad before. That's just crazy. I mean, it feels like the back of his head. Like, it's just crazy. That is Colton Dahl of the New York Wrecking Crew as well. Actual captain, semi-pro team. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. It looks terrifying to me. Dave says, makes my back hurt just watching it. Hell yeah. It's freaking gnarly, dude. Like, I don't know. And one thing you think about, too, is you can actually put your gun down. I was almost watching this, and I was like, if you're running with your gun to the start gate, you don't actually have to be holding your equipment. Like, you can put your gun down and just run. You don't have to, like, hold your gun through all of that either. So, you can ditch your equipment totally. But that was just gnarly. So, it's crazy. That was the craziest thing that happened. Atlantic City and Texas Finals. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure to give the live stream a like, though. It's certainly helpful. Or maybe, give this live stream a share. Maybe give it a share on Instagram. You can't do that on Instagram. Maybe on Twitter or Threads or Facebook or Reddit. Tell your friends, It's certainly helpful when people share stuff. So like the live stream. If you're liking this thing, just like the live stream. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how they do like the buzzers. Like Barthy said, yeah, buzzers on the back of the bunkers will do that. It's kind of crazy that they do like. They used to have a rule though that you couldn't do that, and I don't know when they got rid of that. Because at one point, like, yeah, it was a rule. They just, if you jump over the start gate like that, you don't get the point. I don't know when they actually like revised that or whatever. So it's kind of odd that they do, or that they, I don't know, allow it now, I guess. Thankfully, no one's been like really hurt. But you got to think about it, right? Like, you're supposed to hit that thing, and like, that guy's got no seconds left. There's like 1 second left. So what are you going to do? You got to run. I mean, you have to run full speed at the buzzer and hit the buzzer full speed. You just kind of have to. But, everything's going up to your waist. So what do you think happens when you're running full speed and hit something at your waist? You're just going to scorpion over the thing. It's crazy. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, could they like... I was just thinking about other placements for the buzzer. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what we could do to eliminate that. You think back in the day of like, oh, if we could just do capture the flag. You got to hang the flag on one side. But the same thing happened back in the day. You get guys diving into the start gate at the end of the game just to be able to hit that, flag to the start gate to get those points. So I don't even know if there's a way for us to, get rid of that. It's kind of crazy though. Old Soul, we got chin straps from the Reeser incident. It's very true. Think we'll get the buzzer on the front with the bunker behind in the end. What do you think? I can't read. Think we'll get the buzzer on the front with the bunker behind the end line to prevent this. People will still run balls out into it, you know. You're still going to. But I think if you put the buzzer on the front too, I also think they don't want it to get like hit, like knocked into or bumped into. I don't think you can shoot the buzzer though. I don't think the buzzer is I've actually never touched it, so I don't know. But I don't think you can shoot it and it go off. There was a tournament a while ago, like years ago, probably like 10 years ago now, 8 years ago, in Europe, where Dave Baines was coaching for Impact, and the buzzer just went off randomly, and no one could figure out what happened. And everybody thought that the buzzer got shot. Someone was like, oh, someone shot the buzzer. So I think that might be why they actually put them on the rear of the bunker now. But what actually happened in that incident was Dave was just standing by the concede button and just ran into the concede button on accident. And then he didn't tell anybody until the game was over. So I don't know, didn't have to do it. But that's why they had the magnet thing now too, so that you can't accidentally hit the buzzer. So yeah, but it lowers the chance of flipping over the bunker if on the front. That is very true. And just up the spring in the button to not press on a shot. That is true though. See, I don't know if it's hard enough though. I don't even know. But for sure, because you wouldn't have to reach over it, right? I mean, you're still going to get people running, hauling ass to hit the button, but they're just going to like face plant into the bunker rather than like topple over it. I don't know. It's not really a problem though. You know, it's not something that we like see a lot, and it's like, I don't know. I don't really know what happened in that match too, because I was watching on their YouTube, on the Major League Paintball YouTube, and they said they were gonna like maybe cut the nets down to like bring an ambulance on the field and stuff, but I don't think any of that happened. I think he just got up and walked away. I think it was probably just more scary than anything. And he is fine. I didn't even mention that. Colton Dahl, for New York Wrecking Crew, he's perfectly fine. He's not like injured. Well, he might have like a sore neck. But I don't think like, he didn't like, break his neck, as far as I know. From everything I've heard. Yep. He walked off, there we go. Dana, he walked off, but an ambulance did come and check him out. They did, that's good. I also thought about that too. I'm like, they have to have an ambulance on the field. There's gotta be one on site. They have to have one like, waiting there. I imagine to have like, the facility, they're renting that space from the city, and they, NXL has insurance for stuff like this, so they've got to have like an ambulance like on site. So Willis, I think that's what we're going with. You talked to him after, that's good. Oh, there you go, Ben. Why is my name showing up in a super chat? I don't know, because fucking all this live streaming shit is so ghetto. That's probably why. Because it's not like refreshed itself. Although Chris is there. Oh, there's Chris again too. Nope, that's a different Chris. Yeah, all this live streaming stuff is, I don't know. Like all this software and like websites and stuff, it like works sometimes. It's kind of annoying. I wonder if we go here and go refresh cache on current page. No, it still didn't work. I don't know. But Ben, I do need, speaking of which, Ben, last week, we're going to do something else really fast, and then we'll talk about you. Hold on. Am I doing the right stuff right now? No, I'm not. I'm not hitting the right buttons. There's too many buttons. This is the one button we hit. Okay. Yeah, the reason we're talking about Ben is because he is a channel member. If you guys want to try to support this channel, if you like these live streams, if you like any of the videos that are coming out, if you want to help support these like higher production, take forever videos like the last one that just came out, think about being a member. There's two different tiers here. We have a supporting tier, which really just is a supporting tier. You do get your name cool in the chat. You get the loyalty badges. You can use emojis. I'll see your comments and stuff, so it's a lot easier to reply to comments in the live stream and, actually on videos. Then there's the Pro one, which is going to get you early access to new videos, exclusive member-only videos. I'm working right now on a member video that's going to be the Control 2, the Bunker King Control 2 kind of review. So if you want to see an actual Bunker King Control 2 review, you have to be a Pro member. So that'll be up in a couple days here, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. 20% off the Paintball Ruin My Life shop. And then members only live streams. We'll talk about a members only live stream. We're going to do a members only live stream this Thursday. But because there's, we just started this member thing, I'll probably open it up to all the supporting members. So if you see that, But the whole reason we bring this up is because Ben won last week. Ben, you won last week. Whoop, that was a super chat. There's Ben. Howdy, sir. For the price of 1 cup of coffee a day, you too can support a YouTube paintball content creator. I should do that, dude. Wow. I might make an ad. I might make a legitimate ad. You just got me a hell of an idea. So, those kids in Africa, those starving kids in Africa commercials? They did some Saturday Night Live skits on it. Kids. I'm making a note so I don't remember. Those starving kids in Africa videos. They were for only 2 cents a day, you too can something. I keep moving this mat around. Ben! Sir, you're awesome. But the reason I bring that, I said the reason I brought it up because last week, Ben, we just did a random giveaway to those Pro members. So that's also something you can do. I'm giving away random stuff. So I'm going to do a giveaway pretty soon for one of those Karl Markowski Ultimate Tank Tools. I've got some of those things. But Ben, I need your address so I can send this thing to you. So, I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to there's no way to send messages and stuff on Facebook, on YouTube. So, it makes it difficult. Yep. I'm going to have a better way to do this next time. Somehow I got to get your address. Put your address in the chat. Yeah, I know. And then I'm like, there's no... Okay, I was wondering that. I actually totally forgot about that. I thought that today. Ben, for sure, I'll get it. I got it then. I meant to actually do that. We're going to double check really fast and I'll read your address to everybody. We'll double check to make sure I've got it. I might need to get my other laptop. I totally thought of that. Okay. Does 1260... It's got to be right. $12.60. Is that number relevant? $12.60. You don't have a Paintball Ruin My Life Discord yet? Oh, there's definitely a Paintball Ruin My Life Discord. You just gotta... Somewhere there's a Discord link. Is there a link in the bottom? Yeah, look, literally the very last line in the description of this video, in the live, every video, there's a thing that says Discord, and you just click it. That's all. Yep, cool. I'll send it tomorrow. I know, I totally thought of that today. I was like, wait a minute, I might have his address. Anyway, enough dedication, enough Ben dedication time. I appreciate it, you know. Yep, definitely Discord. You know, the problem is I don't look at Discord. It's just too much. It's like overdrive for me. You know, I look at Discord and it's like, oh my God, I missed 400 messages. And it's like, what do I do? Read all 400 things? It's like, not people aren't sending me those messages, you know, but it's just the chat. And it's like, I don't know. It's just so hard for me to keep up on. I just can't do it. I used to use chat rooms in 1997 when I had lots of free time. Can't do that no more. Do you think it's weird to play paintball by yourself? Maybe if you're like doing 1 versus 0, you know, you're like running around in the field by yourself, like shooting at nobody and like, trying to like, you know, that might be weird. Get a bot for Discord. I know, I have bots on there for sure, but I can't like, it can't be me. I don't want to make like AI Brad bot, you know, and be like, you know, I don't know. I just can't partake in as much as I want to. That's all. Yeah, it's weird to play actual paintball by yourself. It's not weird to go to the paintball field alone. I mean, there's plenty of people in here who go alone. I mean, if you go to the paintball field alone, just put it in the chat. Like, I go all the time by myself. You know, whatever. Because what's cool about that is that, like, you know, it's not really up to you. It's not really, like, up to you to like facilitate anything, right? Like most paintball fields, you just go there and they'll separate everybody out. You know, they'll be like, if you want to go in the advanced group, go over there. If you want to go in the beginner group, go over there. And then everyone just kind of like, you know, separates, and then you can end up talking to people, and yeah, it's fine. Nobody Man says, I go alone 90% of the time. It's hard to say alone, because most of the guys, right, like I'll just show up at the paintball field and no one knows I'm going, you know, and I just, you know a couple random people, mainly because I've been going there so much, you know. It kind of ends up being like the neighborhood bar. You know, you don't really have to know anybody. My experience is everyone's just there to have fun too. So, yeah, everyone's just there to have fun. Been going by myself since January. Made a bunch of new friends. See, there we go. Grumpy Plumber says. That's what I did. You know, I mean, every single person that I know that plays paintball, I've met through paintball, right? I've never taken out like any of my other friends that I had before paintball, right? All the friends, not all of them, but most of the friends that I had before paintball are still my friends today. And none of them have ever played. So, yeah, I have like paintball friends and then like non-paintball friends. Let's talk about something else cool that happened. This didn't really happen per se. Let's switch back to the large body. You know, I do that because Go Sports was like, hey, you're stealing our shit. Don't cover up the logo. And I was like, all right, we'll make it smaller so that you can see it. This not came out, this was spied. I spied this the other day. I don't know, new hopper. I guess a new hopper, you know, it's ridiculous. Like, this is the unreleased, we're going to say Empire Hopper, which is very odd. Yep. I mean, if you guys have been following along, for the past like year and a half or 2 years, Tampa Bay Damage, this team right here, have been using the JT Triad, a new hopper from JT that has not been released. You know, well, it's been released. It's out now. You can buy it now. It's kind of limited and it's weird. They don't have packaging. It's odd. You can buy a Triad though. I think, I don't know. It's so confusing. Anyway, Damage had been using the Triad, and then all of a sudden, they were seen in a video. Go Sports put out a video before the tournament, and they were all using these new hoppers, and they were all using them at the tournament as well. And to me, it just looks like a Halo. So they'd also been using the Halo 2. Like that bad boy right there, that huge ass hopper, and now it looks like they're really just using like the newer version of that thing, I don't know, maybe we'll call it the Halo 3 or something like that. But it essentially, from what I've been told, is really just a Halo. It's just a Halo that has the shell split off different. So essentially, it's the same from here down. But just they've changed that top portion. Obviously, it's a little bit different. You know, there's no screws and stuff now because you apparently do not need screws to remove the internals from that thing. So it's really just going to be a newer high-end version. Maybe not high-end. I bet this thing's about $110-ish, somewhere in there. But it's really just a new updated version of the Halo. One of the things that I kind of really like is it is taking actual integrated speed feeds now. So before, on these Halos, it's just this big-ass ring around the top, and you had to, like, clamp a speed feed on it, and it was all, like, wacky looking. But now, like everything, it should have an integrated speed feed, or does have an integrated speed feed. You can also see that big button on the back to take those shells off. It really kind of reminds me of a rotor, that big button. But it's weird, right? I mean, it's like they just released, it seems like JT just released the Triad. JT's, for, if you guys don't know, JT is actually owned by Core. Core owns a handful of companies, JT and Empire being two of them. So it's weird to see them use the JT hopper. Not really weird. I mean, it's their sponsor kind of in a way. But it's odd to see them use it for so long. And then it still be kind of rare and not really easy to get. And then they release another unreleased hopper. So at this point, they kind of have two hoppers that are not really out, but sort of out. This thing's totally not out, though. We don't know really any official information. It's just odd. You know, we saw, I think, AC Diesel. I think I saw one player on AC Diesel using it. But there were also guys on AC Diesel using the Prophecy Z2. So, like, Empire has guys on teams using all the hoppers. They have guys using the Z2. They have guys using Halo 2s. This mysterious new Halo 3. You got guys with the Triad. Are those all of them? Triad, Halo 2, Z2, Halo 3. And then what's crazy about damage is they got dudes using prophecies and not prophecies, spires and controls and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. It's just a mess. I just kind of find it funny. I like it. I think it looks really good. It looks like it's, you know, a much more compact modern loader. I mean, one of the problems too with the Halo is this neck is so long, so it doesn't even bottom out in hoppers. You have to like cut part of the neck off to get it to seat all the way in the, I should say, it doesn't fit all the way in a feed neck. So this is weird. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can get that Triad shipping more quickly, we'll say. And then hopefully we can see a new version of that Halo, because it's, you know, I'd like to see it. It's kind of weird, you know. I think they were using that old Halo for a long time there, and I was wondering. I wonder if they had the newer internals or something like that in there. I don't know. Never had a problem with my Halo 2 or the Empire one. Yeah. I mean, the newer Halos are better. It depends on who you are. I mean, these hoppers hold up fine to like normal use. Like, you know, I would never have a problem with this nowadays. But if I was to use this like heavily in like 2007 or 8 when I was playing a lot, these really don't hold up so great. So hopefully they get that new version of the Halo 3 or whatever, and hopefully it's a little bit more solid and maybe more robust than the 2s were. No, they just cut a Halo 2 in half and realized they had to put it back together. I don't know. You just had to change your shells 20 years ago. I don't know. It's kind of not hot in here anymore. That's nice. Ooh, hold. Okay. I don't know what else we got to talk about. What do we got? We did Texas finals. We got Atlantic City. We talked about memberships for a little bit. There's some new guns from Die out. You know, I don't really like to talk about like brand new guns all the time. It's kind of boring when they're just colors. But some of these colors I just really liked. I really like these PGA ones. Like that just looks really cool. I don't know what it's supposed to be or what the deal is. What do they actually call that one? They call that Tagged, I think, or Invasion. That looks really good too. You know, I really like these DSR pluses. I'm a huge fan of these things. They're $1,200, I'm sorry, for these fades in the PGA versions. And they just look really good. I like the fade. I like all the dye anodizing. All the dye guns always look really good. Like, I feel like their anodizing is always really good. That one's cool. We got like a space theme. That's got to be the Invasion one, huh? It just looks good. Rose and Fade, that's all. They're just new. This is weird. I don't know what the hell the deal with this is. Who knows what Major League Paintball Plus is? If you're in the chat and you have any idea what the hell this is, what in the hell is Major League Paintball Plus? Did anybody else see this? It just popped up on the screen and it was like, what the hell is this? It's kind of odd, you know, it's like, well, Go Sports is already doing this. It's like, I don't know if they're going to have, like, getting rid of Go Sports. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else they would have. I don't know. Who knows? Well, stats would be cool. Oh, maybe it is stats. It could be stats. That's true. Maybe it's not actually like watching the game. You know, I think about like a new way to watch and they're like selling me some app or, you know, something like that. But maybe it is just stats. Maybe they're just saying like with the statistics, you can watch the game differently. The one thing I don't like about this though is the alignment too. Major League Paintball Plus should be pulled down about 15%. Driving crazy. It could be just stats, although I don't know why they would brand it Major League Paintball Plus, though. You know, like, you probably wouldn't brand that thing. J Urban or a fantasy paintball thing, that could be it. Sports betting, let's hope not, dude. I'm against gambling. I just straight up against it. Oh, I don't know if I'm against it. I just don't like it. It's not for me, and I think that we should, you know, bet safely, that's all. Betting is ruining sports. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Rennick, how do you think? I mean, I can see why it's not the greatest thing. But it certainly has helped, like, you know, some sports grow. You know, definitely baseball and basketball and football and all the major sports have certainly monetarily benefited from that. But we also don't hear the stories about people losing all of their money and, you know, getting divorced and their, you know, wife trying to take your kids from you because you have a rampant gambling addiction that you can't get under control. Like, why are we talking about that? Dynasty all of a sudden wasn't auto losing the first 1 to 3 points. It did seem like they lose a bunch of their points really quick, don't they? Porter, players aren't paid well enough to keep the integrity with betting. Cheating will definitely happen. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Renee says, I live adjacent to a casino town. Everyone is betting and it's ruining lives. I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm 100%. 100% on that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, I definitely can get addicted to a lot of things. You know, I smoked cigarettes for a long time. Well, not a long time. Maybe like 4 years. Do I have any other addictions? No, I smoke a lot of weed, but I don't know if I'm addicted to smoking weed. Definitely not alcohol. YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. Some brands, look at the NCCA football. They had to pay college players to keep the gambling influence down. Well, they also, like, I don't even know how that's working. Are they actually paying, like, college players? Or are they just allowing them to do, like, sponsorship deals and stuff like that? I mean, I think it's crazy. I mean, imagine if you were a college player, though, and you play for Alabama, or, you know, like, you play for Berkeley, you play for Cal, like, one of these schools that's getting, like, you know, you look in the crowd and you're like, dude, they're making, like, millions and millions and millions of dollars off us, and we get, like, 40 grand. You know, it's crazy. So I kind of get that, like, some of the players want paid, because, like, the only reason they're going to school there is so that, you know, other people can get paid. And it's very odd that some of the coaches are making like $10 million. Maybe not 10, but they're making millions a year, which is crazy. Well, I don't know. Anyway. Hostility. They already get a free ride to college. It's true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a scam, though, too. I don't think college is what it used to be. I don't know why we have freaking Major League Paintball thing rotating forever. Let's talk about paintball stuff. Freddy Beans trying to figure out a Geo 4 versus the R5 on shot quality alone. I don't know. Did we talk about it? I've talked about it. Let's see. The Geo 5R. I'm just trying to find some old pictures. We're just trying to find some pictures. The Geo 5R. Like this thing. You know, I don't know. I haven't shot one yet. So I couldn't tell you. I've held it in my hands. I've dry fired it, which doesn't count. I've taken it apart. Almost. I took a lot of it apart. But I don't know. Honestly, I think that my experience with the Geo 4 personally has been that they're different. Right? I mean, I think most of the Planet Eclipse guns that I've ever shot shoot obviously they shoot good, but they're consistent, right? So if I have, 10, LV2s or 10 CS2s or whatever they are, they're all going to pretty much shoot the same. Not the LV2 and CS2, but like, those 10 guns are going to shoot the same, and those 10 are going to shoot the same. But that wasn't really my experience with the Geo 4. I don't know if it was just my gun in the other ones that I shot or whatever. But I didn't really like the way mine shot. I think it shot quite a bit different than my 3.5. So I don't know. I'd expect the Geo 4 to shoot similar to the Geo 3 because they have, pretty much identical bolts. And the Geo R5, I have to so concentrate when I say that because I always want to say 5. I always want to say like R5 or 5R, and I get confused. They have pretty much the same bolt, so you kind of expect them to shoot the same. So I don't know. I know that some people said it shoots smoother and it shoots better and all this stuff, but I don't know. I don't really believe a lot of people when they talk about guns shooting better and stuff like that because. If you ask me, I think that all these guns shoot good. I think the only gun to me that stands out shooting differently from all the modernish guns is the DSR. I think the DSR Plus, the DSRs shoot so much differently. They're so much quieter and kick quite a bit less. I think those are the only guns that stand out, and everything else to me just kind of shoots the same. I mean, it's not like some big, huge, dramatic difference in the way these things shoot, so I don't know. That's my, I don't know answer, because I don't know. Old Soul, better is personal preference, for sure, 100%. Yeah, for sure it is. At least when it comes to, like, you know, shot quality and, like, the way the guns shoot and the way they feel and stuff like that. Freddie Bean says, I'm sure it's really good, but you can pick up a used Geo 4 for super cheap now. That is true. And the one thing you can actually... No, I don't know if I was going to say that. But it is definitely going to feel bigger. The Geo 4 is definitely a bigger gun. It's just going to feel bigger all around. Yep. Big question, what does the R mean? I don't know. Redundant? That's my guess. Redundant. Yep. Someone said something about a Geo 5R review, or an R5. See, guys, I just... well, I also thought that... oh, that's right. Is it Reborn or... So I've heard Reborn. You're right. That's what Jack said. Jack said Reborn. But on the side of the box, it says Reloaded. So I don't know. It does say Reload. Reload or Reloaded on the box. Did I have the box here the other day? No, I don't have one. It does say Reload on the box, which is kind of weird. Definitely stands for Reborn, which is kind of lame. I thought that it might have just stood for RS, because Jack's all into, like, Porsches and stuff, so that kind of made sense to me. Reborn. Ben, I heard if you shoot a Geo R5, every ball gets fairy dust sprinkled on it, so you never miss your target. But don't take your word for it. You know what? If you watch the Punisher's video, Punisher did a video that they did like an efficiency test, and that thing was fucking lasers. You're not gonna miss if you got that one. What else can I talk about? DSR colors. This is just really neat. This is a little bit of a clip from some stuff that Ghost Sports. Is this Ghost Sports? Is this Yes. So this is just a clip from I think this is the Vegas layout. Yep, this is Vegas. These are really neat. I actually really like these. So this is Sound FX. So if you have a Ghost Sports account, they've actually uploaded this a few days ago. It's really neat. We can just listen to it. So it's no announcing. It's just raw, freaking raw, so you can see a little better. It's like just raw audio of the finals. Really cool. You can hear everybody talking really well. This is only a minute clip. Just listen to everyone talk.
Why not? Go over there with them, Marcelo! There's two over here at least on the left. Hey, there's two on the left, too! Hey, kill one! Kill the back center! 44! 44! 44! Buddy, back left! Hey, kill the back left! 44!
That's such a good shot, dude. Marcelo makes that shot in that corner.
Shoot the buddy!
This is a good move, too. This is in the finals.
200! Delta! That's not a turn. That is not a turn.
I really liked that part. We don't get to hear this, so it's really kind of interesting, right? I mean, you can hear Ryan calling and yelling at the ref. He's like, hey, hey, hey. Then you can hear the ref talk back to him.
That's not a turn. That is not a turn.
So cool. I like it.
Anyone left? Yes.
That wasn't a penalty.
Go, Marcelo!
It's really cool. So I would say if you got a Go Sports account, you want to sign up for a Go Sports account, just go sign up for Go Sports. Watch those. It's really cool. Oh, someone super chatted. Ben, Super chats, guys, freaking awesome. Whoa, what's that? I'm looking at like these cool replies. You can like reply. Ben, super chats. I'm gonna do a merch thing in a second. Ben Lawton, any thoughts on ESPNing up some of the content for TV? Like Dynasty jerseys seemed more readable, and are all players having hopper numbers again? I don't know. I don't entirely know. I know that Matt talked about hoppers, and I definitely noticed that. I mean, obviously, you can see the numbers on side of people's guns or their loaders. Hopefully they do bring that back. I think that it will help the announcing. I don't know what you mean by ESPNing it up. I know that the announcer was just fucking awful. Like, why even have that guy? Like, I don't know his name, and I'm sure he's a great dude, and I'm sure he's, like, really good at, like, announcing other things, but, like, the dude had no idea what he was talking about. Like, it was so weird. He's like A-Rod traded with the guy in the snake, and he's like, oh, a 1v1, and it's like, no, that's not a one-on-one. That's not 1v1. That's not what that is. And he just didn't talk ever because he had no idea what to say. He had no bags. There you go. I heard bags in there too. It's like he has no idea what he's talking about. So like, why? What the fuck? Like, I'm not going and like announcing like gymnastics. Like what? Like it didn't make any sense. I'm gonna complain about this more. Velvet with that smooth 5 tuning. No, damn. Canadian dollars. Oh well. If you want shot difference and such, buy Nauticocker, as well as what's going on with the Meteor Cocker. I don't know. Do all cockers do shoot different too, even gun to gun, right? I mean, because you can like tune them up and do all that kind of stuff. What happened to the Meteor? I sold that goddamn thing as soon as I was done with it. Done with it. Yeah, I mean, I sell everything on this channel. I got to, I can't like spend $1,500 to buy a paintball gun and then do a video and make $100. It's like shit. I can't lose 14 hundos. So yeah, I had to sell it. I'd love to own it, but it just can't. It's not in my affordable wheelhouse. Yeah, announcer guy. I don't know. His voice was great. I mean, goddamn, we talk about a smooth voice. But he just had no idea what he's talking about. And you can even tell that he didn't know what he was talking about. Like, even if, like, you didn't understand paintball, you can just tell by, like, the words he's using and, like, cadence and, like, how he's speaking that, like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And this is not what I expected. I heard, oh, ESPN's coming. Okay, cool. What I expected was just more cameras on the field. I didn't think that they would do, like, a different announcer for Ghost Sports. Like, are they going to use the same audio that they did with Ghost Sports? And then just kind of, like, edit the video up a little bit? I think they're going to take all of, like, the footage from all of those cameras, right? Because they have... the spider cam thing. Oh, they didn't have that up, did they? Huh. I guess you kind of get rid of it with the drone. They'll take all the raw feed from the drone and all the raw feed from all those cameras, put it all in and then edit it up, and then probably put that announcing on top of it. What I assumed they were going to do was take all that video, edit it, and then do the announcing in post. So you'd add the announcing later. That's what I would have done. I mean, I would have totally done that because then you can kind of like pick what you're going to say. You can kind of like maybe tell a little bit better of a story. It was just kind of like interesting. What do I know? I'm an idiot. Who knows? That's not what I have done. Did he try to watch old footage or did he just wing it? I don't know. It kind of sounded like both, maybe. I mean, he wasn't terrible because he didn't really talk much. I mean, the guy only talked maybe like 30 or 40 seconds in total. It wasn't like he even said anything. But he knew a little bit. It seemed like he might have watched a lot of the matches before. Maybe he was like hanging out and talking to people and all that stuff. Matty was there. Matty Marshall was there. Yeah, I mean, he did everything, essentially. It was like Matty and this other guy, and Matt just talked the whole time. And it was kind of funny. In the very like first like 2 or 3 minutes, you could tell Matt was a little nervous. He like stuttered his words a couple times and wasn't like super smooth and like fluid and talking. He was a little bit nervous, which I get. You know, I hear you on that one. So it was just funny. But I didn't think that's what it'd be. So we'll see what it's like in actual post-production when it gets going. Delmont, you have a package at Sec Paintball. Guy was new to paintball. He will be at the finals for Chicago too. Really? Huh. I did not hear that. I think he's going to give some commentary from a point of view that doesn't understand much, maybe so the audience doesn't feel as lost. For sure, 100%. They didn't do that really though. That's kind of what I thought, right? Because it would make sense to have, you know, someone right there so you could like turn to him and ask like, you know, he was over there. Why didn't he, you know, try to shoot at that guy? Or why did they do this? Or there were a few moments of that like questioning and wondering, but not a whole lot. So I don't know. And watching it live was a fucking grind, dude. I mean, I guess there's a reason why we don't have 5 minutes in between points. And then there were some times when they went from 5 minutes and all of a sudden it got to a minute and they were like, oh, there's another 4 minutes. And it was like, what the fuck? Dude, it was just like a grind. And like, I didn't even watch most of it because it was like, okay, well, we're going to play a minute long point and then I got to wait like 8 minutes to watch the next one. I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, you know, they only have a 24-minute time slot. So we have 24 minutes of content they can show. So they're obviously going to like condense that up a little bit. I think one of the reasons having like that long gap too is so they could reset stuff, maybe like, you know, redo some stuff, clean cameras if they need cleaned or, you know, do any of that stuff. But I don't know, the NXL does it and Go Sports do it perfectly fine without like doing it. But dude, yeah, that 5 minutes was gnarly. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, we're used to watching with a minute break, and it was just like the guys that go to the pits and they talk like, you know, they're all normal talking for like 2 minutes all fast and frantic like they do, and then they're just like standing around. It's like, it was just weird. 44 minutes? Are they gonna do it 44 minutes? I thought there was like a 30-minute time slot. Maybe it's an hour, I don't know. So smooth voice. No experience with the sport. Said more weird things. What's his name? Joe Buck? Joe Buck's. I like Joe Buck. A lot of people don't like him. I don't have a problem with Joe Buck. But Joe Buck's voice is like butter, baby. Maybe if I talked a little bit more like this and tried to speak clearly like a radio announcer, I could get some more jobs. But if I talk like this, it just sounds like I'm trying to speak with a deep voice. Delmont should have had Rich in there for the color. I totally agree. I like Rich. Rich has done like, I used to not hate on Rich, but of course I never did. But Rich was, I always talk about this, would try to be too funny, which I respect. I respect that. I like that. But now Rich does a great job. Rich and Matt are kind of different too. It's like Rich is kind of color commentary. Rich was annoying in the 90s and 2000s. I don't know. But Rich and Matt, they kind of don't. Matt is the main commentator, right? He's your play-by-play style guy. But at the same time, every once in a while, Rich will jump in there and do it too, and he does perfectly fine as well. They kind of have different styles. I feel like Rich is better at probably explaining more like super intricate things because he's a little bit closer to the actual game. You know, by being the coach for New York Extreme, he's kind of like more in tune with the layout and maybe like what teams are trying to do. So he can give a little bit more insight maybe than Matt can do, which is good as his job as the like analyst or like color commentator guy or whatever. Who is the announcer for Trauma Head? I don't know. I don't know. I can hear his voice in my head though. Paintball action. I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. Trauma Head guy was the worst. He's like the worst and the best. You know, it's kind of like a best and worst situation. It was fine for what it was. You know, they weren't trying to make like groundbreaking sports stuff either. So it's like, you know, whatever. And that was a different time for paintball. You know, there wasn't a plethora of content like we have right now. There's so much stuff that's just gotten insane. I don't know. Oh, we can talk about this. Okay. We got this. This is not that. Coming up Thursday, finally, guys. Finally, since I was an idiot and scheduled it during the tournament last weekend. Finally, on Thursday, we're doing a members only push watch along. I'm going to probably change that watch along. We're going to probably change that up as well. I don't know if I like the along part. Push watch along. So this is the most important paintball video ever made, if you ask me. And we're going to watch along together on Thursday evening, this Thursday, but only for members at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So any of you members, I want to see you in this goddamn thing. Delmont, oh, Jake! Jake says, I wonder if the commercial, they were there for a long, anyway, whatever. Show up to this. We're gonna watch it. The one reason it's members only is because like it's you know, all this copyrighted music. They'll just delete me from the internet. They'll just like end the live stream when we're doing it. So I want to be able to have the music on and all that stuff because the music is one of the most important parts about this whole thing. So if you want to be a member, you can follow that little teeny link right there, pbrml.com/memberships. And it should take you to that webpage, which you can find stuff to become a member here on the YouTube. So remember, I bring that up because I want to know, I want to remember, everyone remember, if you're a member, there's a lot of members in there. Oh, God. This coming Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there or you're going to get kicked in the head. Corey Wilson. Jake, I'm gonna read your comment. I just didn't because I was doing something else. Corey Wilson. Push watch party. I know, I didn't. That's what I was originally calling it. But I don't, everyone calls it a watch party. So I was trying to think of something else. That's why a watch along came about. So then I'm trying to think of something else that's like the same thing, but not a watch party. And this is one of the things that ChatGPT is really good at. So maybe we'll just figure that out at some point later. A blanket party. Push party. That would, yeah. I want it to like connotate. I want people to know what it is though. Because, like, if we just push a push party, then, like, we're pushing people off cliffs. What the fuck's going on over there? The down home looky-loo. That's what we should call it. Jake, what'd you say? You said something I kind of thought about as well. Jake earlier said, Jacob Dole, sorry. I think that the long breaks may be for commercials in the future or post-production. In any case, it was painful to watch. It definitely was. I kind of thought that too, but that wouldn't make any sense. You know, if you want to put a commercial in it, you just cut, you know? Because if they were like, oh, there's 2-minute breaks in between points, and we want to have like 30 seconds after the point and 30 seconds going in, right? So that only leaves you like 1 minute. But all you gotta do is, you know, just put that commercial in there and extend it out a little bit. Jake, I'm with you with liking. Everyone's probably subscribed. But definitely like the live stream, guys. When people like the actual live stream, it certainly does help. And the more eyes we can get on this thing, the better it's going to be for me. Yep, pretty much. And the better it is for me, the better it is for you. Schwartz, there we go. With a... kind of confusing looking to me. With a 1-month supporting membership. Did you just do that? Oh, look at that. Stream Elements. Sometimes Stream Elements works. Come watch the live stream. Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My hope is that people show up. Let's hope for it. What was I talking about? Jake. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know. What can't we do in a live stream? Oh, there we go. Hey, Brad. Hey, Brad. Are you maybe going to buy a Planet Eclipse Geo R5 and review it on live? Nope. That I won't do. Well, yeah, Old Soul. I think that was Old Soul. Yeah, sometimes they care. They don't really care. I mean, the only time I got in trouble or they cared is when I had a Lux. It was when I had the Lux Idol in my hand and it was all black. And all they saw was like me hold it up like this really quick. And then in that one frame, it kind of looks like a pistol. And they got all concerned. But if it's like red or like blue or like something crazy, I don't think they'd really care. But more importantly, I don't know if I've really talked about this on the channel yet. Maybe a little bit, but Dr. Disrespect? Who's talking about disrespect? This is not a Dr. Disrespect situation. You know, I actually saw him at a Kings game once, which is weird. Where does he live? I don't have any thoughts on that. That's literally about all I know is he got in a little slippery situation there. That's why you don't... First of all, I don't even understand. You know, these people in these, like, crazy situations with minors, like, what the fuck? It's just insane to me. Like, insane. I don't know. What are we talking about? I keep losing my train of thought. I keep wanting to talk about something, but I keep forgetting. Oh, yes. Reviews in live streams. Yeah, they only really cared because, like, they thought it was a gun, right? So, whatever. Which obviously, you know, isn't good. I mean, I totally understand. Whatever. But I know what happened, so we can avoid that in the future. But I guess I bring it up because I'm not going to do reviews. I mean, we'll kind of feel it out. But like, you know, we had really good success with this last video, the like illegal paintball guns video. And I'm going to probably focus more of my energy on videos, well, really all of it, we'll say, on videos more similar to that, right? So like this next video is going to be the paintball tournament that changed everything, or the paintball tournament that changed paintball. And it's going to be about the first hyperball tournament that kind of led into airball. And those videos, I think, are, they're just, I mean, that one at least worked better worked better for this channel. So I'm going to try more videos similar to that one that I have to write stories for, and we have a storyline and all kinds of stuff. And those just take longer. So doing reviews also takes a long time. But since, this other videos get so many more views, I kind of have to look more at that. But that doesn't mean that, like, I'm not going to talk about that stuff. Like last week, the Control 2 was in a live stream. And I'm going to be putting that on the Ruined Clips channel. I'm certainly going to be getting a GOR5. Dude. Whew. Soup Air. I also, we've all... Some brains too. It says it's Soup Air Ball. You know what, forever, we always say Sup Air. And it's not Sup Air. That's not the name of the company. It's actually Soup Air. There you go, right there. Soup Air. It's Soup Air. Yeah. Sup. It's not Supper Air. It's Super Air. Mark! Mark! Oh, look at that. Soup Air. Super Air. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like that, those... I'm going to try to focus more on those style videos, right? Because, obviously if I'm making a video that gets 300,000 views, and then the last gun video I did gets 11,000. I mean, what the fuck? It's like kind of obvious what should happen. It's not like the whole channel's changing. It's still paintball. But I think that that's another perk that we could have for members too. So, like I said, the Control 2 last week had on the live stream. We talked about it and stuff, took it apart and compared it and stuff like that. But I'm going to put a, I think it's about 6 minutes, 6 to 7 minute review, kind of overview of the Control. Will be on YouTube, like I said, mid this week for channel members. So any of you pro members that are channel, any of you members that are in that pro tier, I'm going to upload it and you can watch that review video. It's just easier, right? I think that it's doing those like member videos. They're certainly not going to be as like in depth and like focused as like maybe a previous review was, but it's about 80% of what it would have been before if it was just a main video. It's just difficult, right? I want to put videos on the channel that will consistently do well. Because one of the things that YouTube also likes is like consistency, right? So if I put up one video that gets like 1 million views for some reason, and then the next one gets like 5,000, and then, the next one gets 20,000, and then it's like 200,000, it's like all over the place. YouTube doesn't like that, and I don't think that viewers really like that either. I think that you'd probably like to see good, consistent things every time, right? So that when you click on a video, it's going to be good. It's not, you're not watching Breaking Bad or like Game of Thrones and half the episodes are just trash. I mean, then might not be like the greatest episodes ever, but they're not like, just worthless. So I don't know. I know that like is a weird situation that if I stop doing reviews on this channel, but it might happen. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, God damn, dude. Like, so much more effort went into these review videos. So, I don't know. Gross. Sack. He is near CEPL. I am not near CEPL because CEPL is a concept. It's not actually a place. You can't actually go there. You can't go there. Yep. Sacramento's not that bad. Where do you live? Yeah, I wish Sacramento was like Montana of California. That'd be great. No, the CEPL is the Capital Edge Paintball League. It's not an actual place. Ben, Brad, while we're talking old school airball tournaments, why did old tourneys have the PVC tubing between bunkers where portable where portable filler's not possible. It doesn't seem that long ago. I know, it really doesn't, right? Well, first of all, let me pull my notes up kind of on this, because I kind of actually have a little bit of notes on that topic from that Hyperball video. I think I have a timeline. Why can't I open this? Open. What is going on? I'm like trying to change the freaking title. Okay, timeline. So the very first Hyperball tournament was in 1996. And then Airball was really only the year after that. There'd been multiple variations. So there were actually different names for the airball bunkers. The first airball bunker, so the second airball bunkers, the very first airball bunkers were essentially what we use today. They're the exact same thing. You just blow them up with a leaf blower or whatever. I don't know why that didn't stick around, because the second version of their bunkers was called Airflow. They were called Airflow Sup Air bunkers, and those are the ones that had the tubes. And it was only a year later that they added the tubes. So the tubes were from July, this is crazy, July 1998 to June 2001. That's how long the tubes were used. And then in 2001 is when they added those fans, because at one point, remember they had the fans? They were like built fans. They had like fans inside the things. So the bunkers were literally like, they were like constantly blowing up. And then in 2002, they introduced the airtight Soup Air. So really, it wasn't really that long. I mean, it did seem like kind of a long time that they were like that, but really, like 7 years, or not even that. I mean, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. Whoops, I didn't want to close that. So it wasn't like, a crazy long time, but I don't know. I think that my one reasoning, and the one reason I think that they probably did that, or had the fans, or had whatever, is I think it's just the material just kind of sucked, right? I think that it was just leaking. Maybe they couldn't get those seams like pressed in just as perfect, or whatever it is. EP. Eric's the man. Eric's like, subscribe, buy a membership, and buy some merch. I'm with you on merch. You guys, if you want to buy any cool ass headbands, like literally the coolest headbands on... What's going on, dude? There we go. I don't know what was going on there. It wasn't working. Head to the Paintball Ruined My Life store, where you can purchase all kinds of headbands. They're only $30. $30. There's a 3-pack on there for $75, which is a pretty good deal. There might be a few styles left on there that are old that are only $20. They're really good headbands too, and they're made 100% cotton, 100% denim, which is cotton. Yeah, buy some Paintball Ruin My Life headbands to help support this channel, along with all the other stuff, like Eric said, liking and subscribing and memberships, merch. There's like 700 ways I got to make money doing this. Check out the merch store. It's really easy to find with that link. There's also stuff in the description. There's barrel covers on there. You can get a beanie, some headbands. I said that. I meant to say a hat. Well, check it out. Eric? I haven't been to the paintball field in a couple weeks. Weeks either. I haven't really played. It's been so hot, and I don't know. I just haven't wanted to go to the field. Yep. Yeah, a field owner would buy a field in 2004, and all the seams would fail by 2006. it's still kind of like that, and a lot of it depended on like, I mean, definitely bunkers were considerably worse back in the day, but now they also have like multiple styles too. There's like 3 different levels. They have like practice and like a rec one, and then like a pro level and stuff that all have like thicker seams, and maybe not thicker seams, maybe like double welded seams or something like that. So I don't know. Who knows? Ben, interesting. Guess Big Bounce Castle and the Big Kiddie Pools had a stronghold on inflatable technologies that Paintball couldn't crack for their own bunkers. Yeah, I don't know. That is true, huh? Because they had bounce houses forever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just more expensive, or I don't know. I don't quite know. They definitely had those stupid, like, tubes. It was also, like, I remember playing at Extreme Paintball in Modesto, where, like, Excessive and the Ironman always played. And they actually dug trenches in the ground to put the hoses in, to put those, like, tubes in, which was probably a good idea. Played speedball last weekend for the first time. Hated the bunkers. Felt so unprotected. Yeah, for sure. You definitely are. The roundness makes it a little bit good and bad, because the round bunkers actually make it easier to shoot out of. Yeah, you for sure are. For the most part. I mean, there's some big bunkers on there, but yeah. How she goes. I didn't think I'd use the phrase big kiddie pool today. Here we are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why the paintball... I don't really know. It's very true, though. There were plenty of blow-up things. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could contact Air Up, so you should contact... Not Air Up, so you should contact Soup Air. I gotta start saying Soup Air, too. Soup Air? Like, no one says Soup Air. Everyone says Sup Air. Soup Air. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Soup Air. Crazy. Nope, NXL uses Soup Air bunkers. You know, I haven't seen a ton of the, like, Air Ups bunkers, but the ones that I saw back in the day, I mean, it's been like 8 years probably, everywhere just uses Soup Air. They were, like, really thin, and, like, the balls would, like, bounce off of them weird. It was crazy. It was really odd. They were like half the thickness or something like that. So you could like really mash into it. It was an odd thing. Ghost Paintball, Legion has broken away from Mother Russia, though. Sorta. I mean, some of the guys still live there, right? I'm pretty sure. It is kind of funny, though, that they have like Venezuelans and Russians. It's like they're trying to make like a communist paintball team. They need like a North Korean guy. If they could get like a North Korean guy, dude, that'd be so funny. If they had a North Korean guy, Venezuelans, Russians. What's another good communist country? Like Belarus or something? It'd be hilarious. The dimensions of the bunkers today are similar to how the Air Ups bunkers were shaped a while back. I don't know. I remember the Air Ups bunkers being weirdly shaped, too. I thought Tom said once that Soup Air couldn't produce enough fields for the NXL, so they had to use Air Ups, but I haven't seen any Air Ups in the wild. Yeah, I don't think so. I've never heard that. I couldn't imagine. I mean, they're like the biggest supplier of bunkers in the world. I mean, no question. The Soup Air stuff's way more popular than Air Ups. When I've played, yeah, the Air Ups bunkers were shaped weird too. They were like more narrow at the top. And they were like weird and round. I don't know. Air Ups was a long time ago. Venezuelan, a Russian, and a North Korean walk onto a paintball field. I don't know any communist jokes, but there's got to be some sort of communism joke in there. They like can't figure out how to divide the paintballs up evenly or something. I don't know. There might be an actual joke there. Super. Yeah, super is actually old soul. Super is actually a little bit easier to say than super. No, it's the soup air bunkers. Soup air. I mean, that's technically right, though. I just want to say it like a French person because I think it sounds cool. I think that I'm going to, like, friggin' grow a mustache and, like, get a baguette. I don't know. I've pretty much run out of things to talk about. We don't have any more, like, cool topics. Maybe we'll watch a short bus next weekend. Or next Thursday. Next Monday, not next Thursday. Gotta come to Paintball Fit. I'd love to go to Paintball Fit. But it's kind of far away. It's like, 1,500 miles away. How far is Paintball Fit? Paintball Fit. If I just search it, will it come up? Oh, there it goes. What the hell is Mad Dog's Paintball? Is Mad Dog's Paintball like a store? What is Mad Dog's Paintball? Is that like the rec portion? Fill me in. What is Mad Dog's Paintball? Is it like just the rec portion of Paintball Fit or something? Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, what the hell is this? Because does it have any affiliation with Mad Dog, the like stuff that's on Amazon? Although they don't have 3 Z's. It's like Mad Dogs. Rec Field, yeah. The rec fields look really cool too. I mean, Paintball Fit looks like a really cool place. Because they actually have like woods and stuff. I mean, like the rec fields are actually wood and whatever. But it would take me... It would take me approximately 26 hours if I drove there. Mad Dog 2020. Damn, I remember Mad Dog 2020s. I haven't had a Mad Dog 2020 in like 20 years. I don't even know if I've ever had Mad Dog 2020. That's like some like high school like stuff, right? What even is Mad Dog? Is it like stands for MD stands for its producer. It's actually not even called Mad Dog. It's just called MD. Where the hell did Mad Dog come from? Yeah, what the hell is Mad Dog? It doesn't even, like, when you put it into Wikipedia or on Google, it just corrects it to MD. And then it says MD stands for Mogan David. Initially, 2020 sold in 20 ounces at 20% alcohol. Currently, it is sold in 20-ounce bottles. It's not sold in 20 ounces or... what the fuck? Who knows? Is it slang? All right. I don't know. MD20. Huh. Yeah, apparently it's not real. I guess it's just slang, sure. The Mandela effect? Mandala? What is that? Dude, my memory's like god-awful. Occurs when a person believes their disordered memories, in fact, accurately... Okay, I don't have that. Oh, maybe it is that. Yep, paintball fits 1,700 miles away. I would love to go there. I mean, my sister does live in Dallas. She lives in Arlington, I should say. I think. I used to have some family that lived somewhere out there too, that like third cousins or fourth cousins or something like that too. I don't know. Anyway. Brad, Sac was way more suburban growing up, wasn't it? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like it was more suburban than it is now? Technically, maybe? I'll tell you, when I move to Malaga, though, it's not going to be... See, guys, wouldn't it be cooler if we all lived here? We're gonna, like... Oh, look, we got some Mad Dog. Some Mad Dog something. Oh, I spelled Malaga incorrectly. Oh, what is this? Ghost Paintball says, Wikipedia, Mad Dog is a term from 1879 when Mad Dog Biff Tannen was slayed by Sir Doc Brown. But that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? I mean, we all know who Brick Tannen is and Doc Brown is, but how do I use the word Mad Dog then? Mad Dog is a term. Is that what did Biff Mad Dog Doc or something? Was it really 1879? I don't remember. See, look at how beautiful Malaga is, guys. I mean, come on. Just come on. I know we won't be complaining about suburbia if I move here. Just look at it. Oh my god, I don't want to open kayak. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, I know it's Back to the Future, but I don't understand. It still doesn't make sense. It was... I don't remember the characters. Was Biff in Back to the Future 3? Because if it's like... if it's like, you know, if we're talking about, you know, 1879, wasn't that like Back to the Future 3 when they had the train and stuff? How did I mess up? Was he really a character in Oh. Okay. I remember now. But that's like a Wild West name, right? There were probably a bunch of Mad Dogs back in the day. Mad Dog. It was like a... That was his move. I don't know. Huh. Oh, I'm fine with that. I'll go to Spain. They can advertise. I actually don't see ads. I'm immune to ads. Speaking of which, how is YouTube going for you guys? How many of you guys are premium on YouTube? How many people are premium? We're going to start a premium poll. Are you prem or no? Do you have a premium account on YouTube? I'm curious. Do you have a prem account? That's what prem means. I have a prem account on YouTube. It's probably the only place that I see ads nowadays. You know, like I use a Brave browser so I don't see ads, but I mainly use a fucking ad blocker because every goddamn website has like 15 JavaScript videos running at a time. It's insane. I really like YouTube Premium. It's like the only subscription I like pay for. For me, it's great. I mean, it's like, what is it, $13 a month or something like that, and you get ad-free YouTube, but also you get YouTube Music. So it's like you know you're pretty much getting Spotify just plopped on top of that. So I like it. Yeah, but YouTube, I just think about it, 'cause YouTube has been like pumping so many ads on people. Like I don't even experience that, so I don't know. I was just kind of curious. We got pretty good people saying yes. The reason I asked is because like you know, I've looked at recent videos, and I've just noticed that like the amount of premium people has gone up kind of a lot. Just curious. Yeah, I think it used to be $9 or $10. It was $10 a month back when it was called YouTube Red. And I think it was at 15 or 13. I don't know. Everything's getting expensive, and I keep telling everybody to give me memberships too. We're seeing that though. I mean, it's getting wild out there. Making content, no matter who you are, is getting more and more difficult. Speaking of content, I watched The Boys. The Boys is so cool. It's a very good show. Yeah. The Boys. All right, we're going to end the poll. It's only 21 people voted. But there's 80 people here. John, YouTube and Instagram are non-stop ads. Yeah, Instagram's annoying, but you just got to use the right one, right? Like, oh my God, dinner at 7:30 now. What was I doing? So what I got to do is like use Instagram, you know, like, so you're gonna see ads if you know, looking at your regular feed. Can we actually do this like this? Kinda. It's too bright. What I gotta do is click the Instagram logo and then go to following, and then it's just gonna show you the people you follow in chronological order. And I don't think you see ads in that chronological feed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't see ads. If you go to the chronological feed, you don't see ads. Nope. Then I go back and it's like ad. Or the suggested stuff. Like, I don't really want to see suggested posts either. Like, you know, I use the internet to get information. It's like I use Instagram to figure out new paintball stuff. That's the main reason I use it. I can only watch in small doses. It's great, but so dark. It really is dark. There's very like, I like that though. I'm not that person, but I really like it. I like the like, I don't know, like craziness. It's not really crazy, but like, I don't know. I don't know how to word that. Like they're like all kinds of crazy VFX scenes that like you know they couldn't put on TV. They're just kind of wild. Anything that isn't a reboot, I mean, everything's freaking reboots, huh? It's crazy. Homelander torturing all the scientists. Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, the super orgy, that's right. And wasn't there like that crazy dick scene where like someone went inside a dick or something like that? Or I can't really remember. They didn't really, the torturing the scientists, I know, we didn't really see anything crazy. He like burned that one guy, right? But he didn't really show it. Oh, they did end that one. They did end the scene. I'm like totally giving away the show, but if you haven't watched it, turn this off. Yeah, in that one scene where they like, he made that lady watch where he killed all those people. It's crazy. He sneezed and blew a dude up. I don't remember. My memory's so bad though. I mean, I can literally watch a TV show and be like, what was that about? Yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing where they kind of like came up with Homelander. It was kind of like watching, it reminds me of like Marvel or Wolverine, I should say. Like the Wolverine origins. It's kind of that same similar thing. They're kind of like trying to create his super soldier. Dustin, good luck. It's definitely over time. Hell yeah, Trevor, hell yeah, we did. Hell yeah, we did. Oh, I had a like the screenshot even saved of him. We looked at it earlier. Right there. Look at this poor son of a bitch. Totally flipped over. He's doing a whatever they call that move in yoga, I don't know. It's like a bridge. It's doing a full bridge. It's fucking crazy. I saw an ambulance. Hope it wasn't for him. It might have been. He's okay though. He's fine. I think it was more of a precautionary thing. Everyone says he's doing fine though, so I imagine he's okay. Yeah, it was just kind of crazy. It's crazy. Woo, let's watch it again. Hold on. I think it's right there, actually. Oh, God. What's going on? Dude, it's sort of like... nice, like... it's like not working. Like, listen to me click the mouse. Like, the freaking mouse works. It's like off or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We got all kinds of problems. Just insane, dude. I mean, I was watching this live. Yeah, I said that. I was watching it live, and I was like, oh my God.
Time finished.
Dude.
Stopped.
I mean, that's one of those things. It's like being in a car crash when you're drunk. You know, sometimes they say that. Let's turn that down. It's like being in a car crash when you're drunk. You know, sometimes they say just being all loose, like because you don't know what's gonna happen. So you're all like, ooh. Maybe he just got so surprised by that, his body just went like, bloop. He didn't have time to do anything. It just fell over. So, whoo. Crazy. I can't close this goddamn... My mouse is like not working. It's so weird. I don't know. How about we just close the browser completely? Anyway. Hard to watch. Yeah, it is pretty, like, crazy. Like, I mean, I can't imagine my body bending that way at any point in my life. You know, I weigh a lot, and I'm big. So, like, if my body bent that hard, it'd probably be really bad. But, you know, being lightweight and skinny and young and, you know, whatever, you can kind of, like, move around a bit more. But... crazy. All right. I'm gonna go. How do you feel about Hopper numbers coming back in style? Sorry I'm joining late. We kind of talked about Hopper numbers. I mean, Hopper numbers are good just because the announcing can be better, right? I mean, so many of these, you know, you're in a bunker all crammed in like this, you know, and the camera's like this. Sometimes they can't tell who you are. So just having the, you know, the numbers on the Hoppers should make, I think, announcing better, and then hopefully maybe keeping track of stats more in the future, because that was one of the goals the PSP had when they did all that Paintball Access stat stuff, was having the numbers. It was kind of the main reason for those numbers. Yeah, he's going to be a little bit little triggered. Jay, a spill like that, as hot as it was, and his head hit something metal. Oh, did it? Ooh. A stake, I think. I was happy to see him able to walk off the field. They kept him on a backboard for a couple hours. Did they really? Gee whiz. Yeah, it was kind of crazy watching it, because I was watching it live, and like, they had the camera on the start gate, and you just see him like, bloop, and all you see is his feet flip over, and it's like, who knows what happened? But then the announcing, well, everyone went quiet, and it was kind of like all dramatic, and it was kind of crazy watching it live. I mean, we couldn't see it. There wasn't that good camera angle in the live stream, so no one really saw it until afterwards. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know. So I didn't know what happened. No one knew what happened. It looked like I thought he might have just broke his arm or like landed crazy, but I didn't think he did that. Charge my mouse. That's at 78%. It doesn't need charged. Maybe, I don't know. Ah, we were pitting on the other side. All we saw his legs. Yeah. Just wick up in the air real fast. It was kind of crazy. You should be on a chiropractor's YouTube channel then. Maybe that surgeon dude that breaks down injuries. I don't even know. I think chiropractors are full of shit, so I'm not your chiropractor guy. That John Denver's full of shit, man. Okay. Well, I'm out of here. I'm going to, I don't know what's going on. I was supposed to go to a friend's house for dinner, but then now they're like 7:30, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to go over there at 7:30. I go to bed at like 9. I mean, who are we kidding here? I don't want to stay up that late. All right, guys. Make sure if you want, or if you are a member, definitely, check out memberships, or members. Definitely come by 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on this YouTube channel. Or there's not a link in the description, but there's actually a live stream scheduled. So you can't find that for this time. Maybe I'll make something else about it. I don't know. In the meantime, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your week. It's only Monday. We got a lot of time left. I'm kind of interested in the push party, watch party too. I think if it goes off well, we'll do some more. We'll maybe watch like Sunday Drivers next. Maybe like serial killers. Do some other paintball videos. Because what's kind of cool is most of these companies aren't even in business anymore. So they can't even say anything about it. I kind of like that. I don't have to ask for permission. Okay, guys. Thursday, come by. See you later. I gotta hit this end button though,